Hello, good morning to Dr. Zulkifli bin Muhammad Yudin. First of all, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Lokamul with Matthew number 271566. The topics covered by our group are Internet of Things, IoT in Malaysia. Generally, IoT is a concept where equipment, machines, sensors, and devices are connected to the internet, that is the collection and transfer of data through the network. It also allows users to access information or data from the device. For example, a CCTV camera installed in a house can detect movement, which is referred to as a motion detector, and send pictures taken to the house. The history of IoT was born in 1989, where the founder of the TCP or IP named John Ronke introduced automation for toasting after being challenged by his colleagues on the advantages of the TCP or IP protocol. What he does is connect the toaster to the computer via the internet so that the work of baking bread can be done as easily as a fingerprint on the keyboard anywhere. A year later, 1990, he improved his prototype by adding a robotic arm made of Lego. This is so that the bread can be lifted before being brought into the toaster via the internet. The term IoT was introduced by Kevin Ashton, creator of Auto ID, in 1999. The term was published in the RFID journal, where in the article he described a system in which various sensors connect the internet to various real-world applications. ATM are the easiest devices to communicate with each other over the internet. There are several IoT technologies that are happening in Malaysia nowadays. In Malaysia, Informas has begun using drones for the purpose of curbing illegal activities. The Sarawak state government has started using drones to eradicate the illegal drugging industry. If previously, illegal druggers could detect the presence of Informas officials literally through the sound of Informas vehicles, but with use of the drones, it's very difficult to be detected by illegal loggers because drones fly at quiet notes and not through the route. The second example of IoT technology can be seen in the use of wearable devices in the form of smartwatches or sensors on bicycles. The device constantly records variables related to a person's health, such as movement, velocity, whether in walking or running, using an accelerometer, active duration or quality of sleep, calorie burning, altitude, and user location using each GPS. The latest example of IoT technology is a smart car pioneered by Google as early as 2009. Smart cars have traveled the world during the trial phase and during the summer of 2015. Google's smart cars are equipped with the state-of-the-art remote control sensors known as LiDAR and lasers that help cars produce detailed 3D space maps around them. The smart car then incorporates a high-resolution map that allows it to drive on its own. This car is powered by a battery and its speed is limited to 25 mph. I would like to present about the IoT in healthcare. In terms of healthcare, the IoT can be defined as the interaction between bedside monitors, smartwatch, and fitness tracker, implant medical device, and other objects designed to retrieve signals containing data that must be accessed or stored in another place. Next, I would like to continue with recent developments of IoT in healthcare. To address the long-term care needs caused by aging demographic structures, governments from various countries have provided policy to use Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, 4G, GPS, and RFID to build mobile medical networks and to provide remote medical treatment. Firstly, Internet of Things has made remote monitoring a possible patient health in the healthcare industry through uncovering the potential of the healthcare business to maintain patient health while empowering doctors to provide excellent patient care. Secondly, IoT healthcare has increased patient engagement and satisfaction as communication with doctors has become easier. Connected technology has helped minimize patient accommodation in hospitals and helped reduce patient entry into the clinic. Thirdly, the successful use of connected devices in remote monitoring of diabetes and asthma patients along with the penetration of high-tech connected across the health, fitness, and healthcare industry will drive the growth of IoT healthcare market in the long run. Furthermore, the decline in the waiting period in the emergency room has led to massive acceptance of connected devices in the medical sectors. This in turn has boosted market growth. Next, I would like to present about the advantages of IoT in healthcare applications. Firstly is glucose level sensing. Diabetes is one of the risk factors for heart disease and stroke, with the leading cause of death globally. Actually, this device helps diabetes continuously monitor their blood sugar readings for several days at a time. Users can read at different times of the day to monitor blood glucose patterns. These readings are then sent to the apps on the user's smartphone, which allows users and their healthcare provider to access the data. With this tool, you do not have to visit to a hospital to check your blood sugar level, but can do this comfortably in your home, which allows it to detect abnormalities before your doctor finds out. Next is healthcare solution using smartphones. Apple Watch Series 6 as an example use new technology that can assess the mental health condition of users such as anxiety. This watch senses stress indices such as heart rate, respiratory rate, and muscle movement to indicate the increased anxiety or upcoming panic attacks. This data helps users to cope with stress better and help improve their mental health. Thirdly is wheelchair management. The task of the smart wheelchair is to safely and easily send the users to the destination and complete the intended task. During training, wheelchairs are not only need to retrieve user instructions but also need to combine environmental information to start their own berries, navigation, and other functional modules. Unlike mobile robots, in the process of use, wheelchairs and users become collaborative work systems. This requires people to consider these factors at the beginning of the design. Therefore, safety, comfort, and ease of the operation must be the most important factors in smart wheelchair design. Number 4. Medication management. In a special situation that is more injured that is not able to get a family reunion with critical patient. RFID technology, for example, serves as a reliable and efficient method of storing and checking information. This RFID technology allows the patient identified to be quickly verified as his name, age, blood type, emergency contact number, etc. and can be determined. Not only that, this technology can identify the detailed information about past medical history, family members, and others. Last but not least, I would like to present the challenges of IoT in healthcare. First, data protection. Various sensor networks adopt a self-organizing method to form a network and is always vulnerable to attack. In addition, patient information should be kept confidential. The computational strength of the sensor node is quite limited, where traditional security and encryption technologies cannot be used. Therefore, Additional algorithms for sensor nodes must be designed. Second, data mobility. As the monitoring system expands to communities, cities, or even countries, the network is large, and both monitoring nodes and base stations need to have specific mobility. Therefore, it's necessary to ensure that the proper network topology management structure and node mobility management method must be designed. Last, data integrity and data compression. Nodes sometimes take up to 24 hours to monitor human parameters. The amount of data collected is large with small storage capacity. Compression algorithms are often used to reduce data storage and transmission. However, traditional data compression algorithms are not suitable for high-cost sensor nodes. In addition, the compression algorithm cannot corrupt the original data, otherwise it will be cause misdiagnosis.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. I will talk about IoT in education. IoT in education is the concept of connectivity that has transformed into smart connected device for anything and anyone to be networked around the world at any time and anywhere by using any network. According to Shala et al., the use of ICT in education is suitable for all levels, schools, university and college. Start from teacher to student, learning process in the classroom, they all can utilize it fully for education growth with the wonderful learning experience. Application of Smart Digital Campus. IoT has changed education institution to apply Smart Digital Campus. According to Cisco, Smart Digital Campus is an IT service delivery platform to make connection all over digital campus to be more relevant and valuable by using technology. The system architecture of digital campus divided into 5 main categories: building control and management, security and access control, video and information system, location and attendance system, energy monitoring and control. The use of IoT in the class provide a better teaching and learning environment. As pictured shown in the slide is the commonly use of IoT in the class. Vision for the future IoT in education: improve quality of education with digital learning technology equipped with specialized software and private network capabilities in the classroom. It will recognize excellence in accessibility and innovative use of technology in the further education. Benefit of IoT in education. IoT was the type of network to connect anything. Connected device will make it easier to communicate each other in real time. It can be stimulating the activity of the learning process as well. IoT is not specifically helpful for students but also could help the educator to collect data about student performance and to determine what I need to pay more attention. According to Siva Kumar Faris and Aina, application IoT in education can improve security, reduce operational costs and offer technology tools in lifelong learning. Moreover, with the functioning well as connectivity and communication medium, it will become easier to educator and save a lot of time. Challenge of IoT in education. IoT developed a challenge to create a smart world to look forward for a better infrastructure of an educational institution. Some of IoT challenges in education sector include quality and ethics. IoT offers unique opportunities to deliver digital courses. It also will be challenging to maintain quality of instruction and evaluation of student work. Next, instructional technologies deal with the process of using technology for instruction that facilitate access to information of all types. Then mobility application. Integrate mobile apps with IoT, making the life of people much easier. The less amount of effort will enable the developer to make more creative and innovative. Last but not least, security and privacy. With the advancement in technology, users need to provide trust and quality in sharing information and secure exchange data between the device and consumer information because it should be priority. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. My name is Nur Shani Samira binti Yahya and I will continue the presentation which is IoT in agriculture. The term agriculture is the science or practice of farming, including cultivation of the soil for the growing of crop and the rearing animals. In Malaysia, there are two types of agriculture, which is plantation palm oil and food production such as rice, fruit and vegetables. As we know, future Internet of Things will change Malaysia agriculture, known as the smart farming, were farmed using technologies like IoT, robotic sensor device, and other technology to increase the quantity and quality of products. Nowadays, many farmers in Malaysia have involved in smart farming under Redton International Sidang Berhad, one of the leading telcos in Malaysia that provide IoT platform to farmers to use sensor, smart gateways, monitoring system to gather data, control different parameters on their farm, and also analyze real-time information. Agriculture production has been extended for several decades. It began with farming activities which require a lot of manual labor with animal power. Next, farmers are introduced to the new tools and machines to help farmers produce a lot but with less effort. And now, agriculture uses the Internet of Things to make advance in producing more food for a growing world. Usually, there are three main components on IoT agriculture, which is hardware, web application, and mobile application. The first component refers to the control box, which is connected to the sensor needed to the farm. All collected data from the sensor will be previewed on web application, and then the farmer can take action by using the mobile application, which is either by manually or automatically. The farmer get benefit by using the IoT in agriculture, which is it can reduce costs. For example, IoT provide real data information to help minimize waste and prevent over and underwatering while managing water costs. In other words, the farmer can control value water needed for the field as well as soil condition. Secondly, it provides better control over the internal process in the future. The IoT gives farmers the opportunity to monitoring soil moisture, the risk of disease, yield volume, and weather prediction in real time, so they can quickly make a proactive decision to improve any unfavorable situation through the all collected data that transform into useful information. However, there are a few challenges while using the IoT on agriculture, which is lack of technology knowledge, which means the farmer need guidance on how to use the technology. What I mean is the farmer are not used to these high technologies. Secondly, while apply the IoT on agriculture, it needs strong sensing coverage and network connectivity. All connected sensors should have enough connectivity wireless range to communicate with the other device. They need to find out where the hardware and sensor can be placed to achieve better coverage. Finally, sensor hardware equipment maintenance. The farmer need to do a regular check on part of sensor and all device because of the natural environment will affect on it, such as harsh weather condition. Besides, it also exposed by the dust, mud, and also chemical which can seriously damage the performance of the hardware and sensor.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So my name is Muhammad Fahmi bin Zahari, and I will present about the Internet of Things in transportation. So basically, IoT on transportation has a different definition than that. The fastest way to move people, animals, and goods from one place to another place to ship them. In other words, from point A to point B. The action of transport is characterized as a specific movement of an organism or things. So transportation modes include air, groundwater, cable, pipeline, and space. So for the comparison of IoT transportation based on concept, for all transportation is capacity utilization, and for the modern transportation is capacity creation. So for the relevant industries on the old transportation is we have manufacturing and transportation, and modern transportation we have services like telecommunications, elevators, and airports. So in other words, innovation and capacity utilization based on old transportation is mass production, while modern transportation is flexible production. So we move on to advantages of IoT in transportation. First is increased safety among people. So the capacity of a system to operate in its operations would be more successful once a system has been updated by every sector. Not only that, through better understanding this transit, system operations via sensor data to increase protections. So second is improve operational performance. In this case, it will increase the amount of net profit of a business by using constructive and skilled work, such as MRT railway mechanics engineer. So third is reduce congestion, and so for the challenge of IoT transportation is proper supply of network resources. A more powerful and high quality IoT device would benefit from an effective supply of resources. So the second one is provide a security environment. So the last one is provide a simple automated processes for IoT device onboarding. So that's all for me. Thank you.
Internet of Things in Supply Chain. IoT represents an advancement in technology, innovation, connecting objects and devices through Internet. Supply chain is a system that requires the process of production, delivery, storage, distribution, and sale of activity involved in delivery of the product to the consumer. The purpose of supply chain is to ensure that a product is in the right place and time to meet consumer demand without causing excess or shortage of stock. Supply chain in an industry that is the backbone in moving an industry that is needed when running mostly and efficiently.
Kita ajak dia makan tu buku ni. Tu buat hari nak ajak dia makan tengok.